we've put together a very simple process for a home seller to sell us their property. We base our offer on two basic things. Anytime we get an email submission or an internet inquiry or a phone call, the first thing we're going to do is get some information, basic information about the property. How many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, what's the condition of the property, what's the location, those sorts of things. And then the next step is that we're going to pull up a list of recent sales in the area. Now, I'm going to use sales of properties that are about the same size, same number of bedrooms and bathrooms, same neighborhood, that sort of thing. Inside of Philadelphia, we look at 3/10 of a mile. In the suburbs, we're looking at a half of a mile. But generally, anything that is sold within the last 6 months that we can use as what we call a comparable. Okay. From there, we're going to schedule an appointment and come out and actually look at the property, do a visual inspection, and we do a construction estimate while we're there. Oftentimes, this will take no more than 15 or 20 minutes. It's a brief walkthrough to examine the house and see the condition and estimate the construction that we would put into the property. Once we have those two numbers, we use them in a certain formula to come up with our offer. The bottom line is, once we have that offer, if we can agree on a price, then we move forward. So we have an agreement of sale signed. Once we have that, I'm going to send that information to our title company. They're going to do a background check, essentially, on the property. They're going to pull up any mortgages on the house, if there's any back liens, any utilities utility bills that need to be paid, any judgments against the property, those sort of things. They're going to bring those and put them in a list for us so that we're going to know what we're dealing with on the property. Once that's done, we're going to order some inspections on the house. Now, oftentimes, if you're selling through a realtor or on the open market, what these inspections would mean is that they'd be bringing in a home inspector, a termite inspector, those sorts of things. I don't do any of that. My inspectors are just for me to get my ducks in a row. I'm going to bring out my contractors and I'm going to bring out my funding partners so that we put all the pieces together. And the day after we go to closing, we're going to start construction on the property. So, as I said, we've got the title work completed, we've got all of our inspections done, and then I'm going to contact you as the home seller, and I'm going to say, listen, what's the best time to close? Next week, 2 weeks from now, what's a time that you feel comfortable with? Once we have that time frame, we'll schedule it, we'll put it on the calendar, and we go to closing. Generally, our closings only take 10 to 15 minutes. You'll sign the paperwork, pick up your check, and you'll be on your way.